Hey guys. So it is Monday back day, baby. We're heading over there right now. Got a couple meals in us, and we're feeling good, feeling strong. I'm excited to train today. I mean, I'm amped. It's been a non-stop boom, boom, boom type of morning. We're man, we're amped up. We're fueled up. I'm feeling nice and heavy again, so it's all good, baby. I got some color yesterday too. I was laying out on the dock with a couple of really nice, like, lounging lawn chairs, kinda. At least they're pretty cool. They're like it's a lounge chair, obviously, but like one of the folding ones you could bring somewhere. And when you push forward, it completely reclines. Oh, it's got a little pillow thing back there. My friends, it's something special. Let me tell you, this thing better be on. It's on. We're good. So let's talk about the Arnold, man. Right? Did you guys get a chance to watch the Arnold? I ordinarily a good friend of mine, Paulie, he throws a big Arnold Classic party. This year we didn't do it, but we all go over there. His wife makes dinner. She is a phenomenal cook. Let me tell you something. And we watched the show, bro out a little bit, and it's a great night. This year we didn't do it, unfortunately. I'm sure it'll be back next year. But let's talk about bodybuilding. So, what do you guys think about Hadi and Samson? I wasn't sure at first, not gonna lie. I think it was judged correctly. I believe in the end of it, Hadi deserved that win. If you were looking at just prejudging, though, it looks like Samson had him. But it was neck and neck, in my opinion. Those two were going pose for pose, and it was one of the first times in a long time where when you would transition to another pose, right, it didn't point out an obvious flaw in the other person. Because usually that happens in like one or two poses where it's like, oh, he didn't have any triceps. And then that'd be the calling card right there, you know? But man, those two went pose for pose. It was phenomenal. I might be a little bit biased because for whatever, I love the big, right? I'm a big fan of Samson. He's got a ludicrous build. If you don't know who he is, go check him out. He is took second, obviously. Samson is a freaking animal. Dude is well over 300 pounds on stage. 6 foot something or other. It's just such an Adonis build that you would ever see on a bodybuilding stage. Because most bodybuilders are around my height, 5'9", 5'10". Hadi's like, I don't know. That was close. Hadi's around maybe my height, maybe a touch shorter, something like right around there, the normal bodybuilder height. So when you see somebody like Sam, and I'm not talking Samson's like 6 foot, dude's like 6'3", something like, he's a big boy, he's a big dude. To see that on stage, it's just like, whoa. It reminds me of, I'm not going to say one of the most disrespectful things that the Olympia organization has ever done, because the disrespectful is the wrong word, but I don't think it was planned well. It was when they I think it was last year, or maybe the year prior, when they let Brian Shaw, if you know who Brian Shaw is, he's like 450 pounds, like 6'7", animal, strong, like strongest man on the planet, genuinely strongman competitor. They let him hand out the awards for the 212 guys. Now the 212 guys, for those of you that don't really follow bodybuilding, I'm going to walk you through it a little bit. The 212 bodybuilders are pro level only, and their weight cap is 212. So you could be 6 foot 212, or you could be 5'4", 5'5", 212. Obviously, that division is for the shorter guys, because you can fill out a frame. You're not going to have a 5'4" guy, 300 pounds on stage. It's not going to happen. You can't hold the muscle. There's nowhere to put it, right? the 212 division is a really good category for people that can build out their frames specifically like that. But as funny as it was to see, I know it also just, it felt a little like, oh, come on, like anybody but Brian Shaw, you know? Because when he was handing out the awards to the 212 guys, you know, it looked like he was hanging out with his kids. Because keep in mind, he's not, when you're a bodybuilder on prep, right, on stage, you're as lean as humanly possible. So you look relatively small compared to, let's just say, somebody the same size who's bulking, because their muscles are full of glycogen and you're beefed up, right? So when you put somebody in there at really their smallest in a long time, because you gotta remember, a bodybuilder on stage, at their smallest and their lightest, they've been in a very, very long time. Because you're bulking up and then you cut it down to show everything. So even though they're at their smallest, they still appear their biggest, because bodybuilding is an illusion like that, where you want to look as big as possible, and the leaner you are, the bigger you look, plain and simple. Now, when you take somebody who's got damn near 2 feet of height, like a third of them, 2 feet of height on these guys, and 200 pounds, handed out the awards, you know, it really is like a dad hanging out with his kids. I remember laughing when I saw that. I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh. And Brian, as far as I know, and I know people that have worked directly with him, he's apparently one of the nicest guys in the world. He'll give you the shirt off his back, you know? It's not gonna fit, but you'll have a nice blanket. But, man, I don't know whose call that was, but it was it was an iffy one, man. Jesus. So, we're heading over to the gym right now, obviously. Got my pineapple juice with me. It's not out of the glass today because it's a fresh container. I only bring the glass when it's a, what do you call it? Like the last 8 ounces of the bottle, because I know I'm just going to kill it. So it's a fresh container, poured in the shaker for convenience and to bring around. Because the Dixie cup is going to spill everywhere. And aside that, man, we're getting ready to smash our back workout. Here's what I'm thinking today. Today feels like a really good day to reintroduce our rack pulls. I'm feeling good. The weight's been going back up. Got a decent, nice sleep last night. Nothing bad by any means. I see no reason why today shouldn't be the reintroduction day. So we're going to reintroduce those, at least light, just to get a feel for them anymore. And we'll play it by ear from there. But the shoulder feels great. Looks so much better. I saw my, can't remember if I told you this yesterday or not. If I did, I'm sorry. I saw my NP the other day, and where they made the cut mark, right? She's like, what's that mark up here? Like, what the hell is this? Because it looked like it would have been like a big infected crater. I'm like, that's that pimple hole I told you about. She's like, was anything coming out of the cut mark we made? I go, not really. I go, I pushed everything out of that pimple hole. So it obviously dilated quite a bit. So, you know, I was giving birth to corn puffs out of my shoulder for damn near a week. She's like, oh my God, because it opened up wider than than that stupid cut did, the cut they made. Man, it's crazy. It is a crazy, crazy thing. But I'm glad, freaking, a knock on wood, that's all behind us now, you know. We can focus on the goals at hand. We can focus on our mission, putting some weight back on. You know, the weight's on us already. We're looking good. My arms look a lot bigger yesterday. That arm day did something for us, man. Because I was posing last night, and it was the rest day last night. I didn't train yesterday. And I was like, ooh. I go, these things are looking, my triceps are noticeably, like, hanging a bit more. I'm like, okay, we're it appears we're cooking with fire, baby. You know? And that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So, mission today is get to the gym alive. We almost nailed that one. We're almost there. Get to the gym alive. Rope pullovers and rope rows to warm everything up a little bit. Followed by some dumbbell rows, the high V-bar rows, lat pull down machine, a plate loaded one, a really old school plate loaded one that I like. From there, we're going to see how the squat racks look. If they look good, we're going to go over and do our rack pulls then. If they don't look good, we're going to do the red lat pull over machine first, and then check the squat racks again. So one will be open, because it doesn't matter if I do them before or after that set. Follow that with pull-ups. We're going to try to do pull-ups again. Do them in the right spot. Maybe start another war on social media for my pull-ups. I don't know. But I'll see what happens with that, right? I'll do even less range of motion. I'll go halfway up and say I did 4 reps. The internet will blow up. They'll blow up. We'll see what happens. But we'll do some scap shrugs after that. And aside that, man, hit the posing room. See how we're doing, see how we're looking. See if the fat we're gaining and the weight we're gaining is transitioning nicely to the body. You know, I'm still seeing my veins running up from my abs up to my serratus a little bit. So, let me phrase that. There's one vein running up from my abs to my serratus. It's not a lot of them. There's one running all the way up. I still have veins up here and stuff here and there. But that, when I'm lean, that's my like lean gauge. Because my veins and my abs up here, I kind of consider that let's say in shape. Am I in shape and I have my a little bit of vascularity up here, then I think I'm in shape. I'm lean. I feel like I'm lean if I have that vein running from my hips all the way up to my serratus. Then I'm like, okay, I gotta push the food a little bit more, continue to. I don't want to go past where these veins disappear, but I want to lose this vein over here, because that means I'm a little too lean and I can afford to just amp that food up a bit, you know what I mean? Where I know I'm not turning into a fucking cow. So that's what I'm thinking. We're gonna see what's going on there, see what's going on with the rest of me. And besides that, man, we're in good shape today. We're in good shape for a great kick-ass back day. And on that note, we're maybe 10 minutes out or so. A little too early to take my pre-workout. So, I'll see you inside. What's up, guys? So, I got a little bit of a sunburn from the other day. Workout had to be cut short. There's a reason I say don't answer the phone when you're at the gym, because if it's a bad phone call, it completely uproots everything you're doing. So, dealing with that right now. The workout had to be cut short. I got about halfway through, but, not what it should have been, not what it could have been. We're going to hit chest tomorrow, no problem. The weight was up a little bit from the week prior, same day, week prior. So we're moving on in the right direction, man. Hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for tuning in, and sorry about this. See you tomorrow. Back to normal.